Hi, welcome to our next complex numbers video. We continue talking about surds. Remember, a surd is a number that can be written in the form of a plus or minus b times root c. The basic rules for surds in the last video, and I hope you're getting more confident with them. Now, we're going to talk about a conjugate surd. If we multiply a surd, which is a plus b root c, by the conjugate surd, which is a minus b root c, we get a rational number with no root. Now, this is often useful when we try to simplify surds, especially fractions. So the surd conjugate is where we switch the sign around for the root. So if we have a surd that is 8 minus 2 root 3, the conjugate becomes 8 plus 2 root 3. If we have a surd that is 9 plus root 7, the conjugate becomes 9 minus root 7. All right, let's get into our example for the video, and we're going to write the following fraction back into the form of a plus or minus b root c. Now, the process we're going to do is called rationalizing the denominator. We'll talk about that shortly. But we have the fraction, yucky one, 12 minus 2 times root 2, all divided by 1 minus root 2. Now, if we look at the bottom, it's 1 minus root 2. The conjugate surd becomes 1 plus root 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply this fraction by 1 plus root 2 over 1 plus root 2. It's the conjugate divided by itself. Now, remember, any number divided by itself, any expression divided by itself is always 1. So technically, we're just multiplying by 1. So don't panic as to why we're doing it, because we're not changing the number. But what we're doing is multiplying by the conjugate divided by the conjugate, which is going to rationalize the denominator, and we'll show you as we go through. So let's multiply it out and just treat it like a quadratic. So 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times root 2 is 12 root 2. 1 times negative 2 root 2 is negative 2 root 2. And negative 2 root 2 times root 2, we're going to write down as negative 2 root 2 root 2. On the bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times root 2 is root 2. 1 times negative root 2 is negative root 2. And negative root 2 times root 2, we're going to write down as negative root 2 root 2. All right, now let's keep simplifying it. So we've got 12. We got 12 root 2, take away 2 root 2, which leaves 10 root 2. And we've got 2 times root 2 root 2. Remember, root 2 times root 2 is just 2. So we've got 2 times 2. On the bottom, we have 1. We have root 2 minus root 2. This is the beautiful part of rationalizing the denominator. They go to 0. And then we have minus root 2 root 2. Root 2 root 2 is just 2. So on the bottom, we have 1 minus 2. Now, that's what we're doing. The rationalizing the denominator has got rid of all the roots on the bottom of the fraction. Let's keep simplifying. 2 times 2 is 4, so 12 minus 4 is 8, plus the 10 root 2. And on the bottom, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Right, now we can split this fraction up into 8 over negative 1 plus our 10 root 2 over negative 1. 8 over negative 1 makes negative 8. And 10 divided by negative 1 makes negative 10. So we've got negative 10 times root 2. All right, well, it was a long process and lots of careful manipulation and simplifying, but hopefully you can see now we've changed it back into the form of a plus or minus b times the square root of c, and that's what we wanted to do, and we've done it by a process called rationalizing the denominator. We multiplied the surd by the conjugate surd over the conjugate surd. All right, thanks very much for watching.